According to the following video, they have linked opioid addiction to sex trafficking. Watch this.
She was born in April this past year, so she's almost getting close to a year old.
First-time mom Kathy Guerin can't help but smile when she talks about her little girl Iris, although she admits juggling motherhood and college can be a challenge.
It's a hard balance with school and everything. It was a little harder than I had first expected, just time management. But I love being a mom.
Kathy also found the love of her life and is engaged to be married this fall. But Kathy's life wasn't always this ideal. Growing up in Gorham, she had a rather tough relationship with her parents. She also had a severe case of scoliosis, which required major surgery.
So I had surgery right before starting high school in 8th grade, and so that was right around 2004, like the really popular time for using OxyContin as a pain management.
Kathy stopped using OxyContin after she recovered from surgery, but she liked the feeling so much that after high school, she started using the drug recreationally.
And then I started dating a man, and we would, do some drugs together. And then as time went on, we moved in with a drug dealer that we knew.
Shortly after moving in, Kathy says the drug dealer wanted to start selling something else. Her.
I had worked in some different waitressing jobs, stuff like that. And he would say, oh, if you could dance at this party, you could make so much more money, and you would make as much as you do in a month dancing at this party.
But she soon found out it wasn't actually dancing, and her drug dealer became her sex trafficker, using her drug addiction as a way to control her.
The opioid crisis or drug addiction are one of the factors that make people vulnerable to something like sex trafficking.
FBI agent Christopher Peavy works with a federal anti-trafficking team. He says Maine is a good hunting ground for traffickers because of the I-95 corridor and our tourism industry. But the tourist spots aren't the only targets in vacation land.
I don't think there's an area in Maine that doesn't have the sex trafficking problem.
Carrie Nason agrees. She's the director of Hope Rising, the first residential program in Maine for survivors of human trafficking.
Well, we know in Maine that there are 200 to 300 cases of commercial sex trafficking each year of Maine women and girls. At Hope Rising, we receive about 5 requests for services each week.
Those services include everything from the basics, such as clothes, medical, dental, and mental health needs, as well as job training, education, and substance abuse treatment.
We believe that there is hope, that there can be something positive for everyone, and we have seen every woman who has come to our program have success.
By having somebody who's been there.
One of those women, Kathy Guerin. 3 years ago, she was being held in a hotel near the Main Mall by her trafficker, and a South Portland police officer knocked on the door.
And we talked privately, and he said, I know what's going on here, and I'd really like to get you some help if possible.
That help was Hope Rising. She stayed there for almost a year.
I started working again while I was there. I went back to college. I felt really hopeless when I was in the life, and if I wouldn't have even believed that all of these things would happen. So it is possible for people that are out there now.
She really is such an inspiration for so many. And for more information about Hope Rising, check out their website, hoperisingme.org. And if you feel that someone may be a potential victim of human trafficking, or even yourself, contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline. That number is 1-888-373-7888. And you can also find all of that information on my Facebook page, Tracy Sable, WMTW.
So, what do you think about the previous video? Tell me in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and share.